We are live. What is up, YouTube podcast listeners, the world? What is up, the world? Welcome
Hey,
to the West
hey.
Coast Draft Podcast. As always, myself, Beau Gleason. We got Robert Jacob Jokin in joining us on the other end. How's your Thursday evening been going, Robert?
Oh, I'm doing swell. I'm doing swell. Very beautiful week this weekend in the Pacific Northwest.
Excellent.
Not too
Excellent.
cold just yet. Just enjoying it, vibing.
Well,
Throwback uniforms this week and all the media that's been coming out's been really good.
yeah, and it's not been good for the team you're playing, too, which is always fun.
Oh,
I definitely
I
enjoy
was more
that.
so meaning the just the pictures and videos
Oh no,
as in the
no, but
media.
I mean, media in general too is not been kind to the Browns this week. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's a whole situation. But speaking on weather, it was it was only 83 in Arizona
Wow,
today.
cooling down.
It's cooling down, man. Soon enough, we'll be in the 70s for a whole day, and that'll just be beautiful.
Speaking of
Um,
Arizona, though. This is going into college football territory, but did you see the ASU black jerseys that dropped today?
I did not actually. Hold on,
Wazoo's
let's touch
fucked.
on that.
Wazoo's fucked.
Let's see, Twitter. Oh, we'll see Arizona State here. Let's see how Arizona State's gonna be rocking these. It's in Tempe. That's not a good sign. Let's
Yeah, like
see.
they're already fucked with it being in Tempe, but now that they're wearing an all black jersey, he's like, you're fucked.
Ooh, that's loud on my end.
I can't hear
It's
anything. I never
interesting.
can.
Ah, they got glow in the dark cleats, or is that just for that one?
If they do, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be sick, actually.
But it's gonna be very bright out, so it's not like it would do anything.
True, true. Wait, what time is this game being played?
They just put the fork down. That's not what you want to do.
What the
No
fork?
clue. I feel like that's gonna be a 7 p.m. game though.
That feels like a 7 p.m. game, to
That's
be
7
quite
p.m.
honest
game
with
written
you.
all over it.
Let's see. Hold on,
Has
quick.
Cam Ward's never been down to Tempe either. He doesn't know how the absolute cursed magic that
Yeah.
exists there.
Oh, it's 5 p.m. 5 p.m. That's right. The U of A Oregon State game's a 7:30
Oh,
game. That's
that
a
should
low.
not be a 7:30.
That's
Those
a
should
fun
switch.
7:30. Yeah, it should be, but that's a fun 7:30 game, I
Oh yeah,
think, honestly.
I think we made that pretty clear on our last episode. We're both very excited for that because like my slate's definitely going to be I don't know. I think what's 12:30 is Utah, Oregon. 4 o'clock is UW Stanford. 7 Oregon State, Arizona. That's a 10-hour. That's a what's that 10-hour window of Pac-12 football for us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
And then
Yeah,
is there
starts
anything interesting 9:30? I don't think so. I
there.
really
I mean,
don't.
there probably is. Let's see.
No, I was looking at the slate
Florida
today.
State, Wake Forest. Yeah, no, never mind. I'm just the ranked games. There's only three ranked teams playing in the 9 o'clock window, and nothing exciting.
South
Nothing
Carolina
exciting.
A&M. That's what I'm excited for. And
Yeah.
that slate. That's probably what I'll
So
be watching.
there you
Um,
go.
yeah, speaking of South Carolina, they are now being implicated in the science stealing scandal.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Every school does it, man.
Well, no. Did you hear what they got implicated in?
No, what happened?
Oh, you didn't hear this. This is what's
No.
interesting. Uh, South Carolina's DC worked for Harbaugh at Stanford.
Uh-huh.
This was in the Washington Post, so it's for real. So it's basically being said is they basically let them use Stallion's info. They went to some Tennessee games because they wanted Tennessee out of the college football playoff picture. So they gave them the sign stealing info. And you remember that game, Tennessee, South Carolina whooped
South
them.
Carolina beat
And it was the
Tennessee. Yeah.
first game that the defense wore um, armbands, wristbands the whole season. Yeah. And then
Wow.
Shane Beamer has an interesting past with some shady dealings.
Mhm.
He accepted a stolen Wake Forest game plan when he was at Virginia Tech as coordinator.
Mhm.
So, it's the octopus is or the monster is extending its tendrils.
There you go. There you go. It's gonna be a big. This is gonna be a big thing going into the off season.
I've
Harbaugh's gonna be gone by
never.
then.
Oh, he's totally gone. I've never seen a scandal break like this midseason.
Yeah, this is wild. Weird time. Weird time for it to happen. Yeah, in mid season. Normally stuff like this breaks in like
Mhm.
March, but no.
All the videos that have came out are just so bad. They're so bad.
So, but we'll have plenty of time to
Okay,
talk college football.
we
Let's
gotta
talk
get.
NFL.
Let's talk
We got a whole
NFL
slate
here.
of games. We got a whole slate of games here too, because week 8 there's not a single bye team or not a single team on bye. Funny enough, so not sure how that happens in week 8.
And
But
there were 6 teams on bye last week. Jeez,
yeah, weird.
I don't know how
Weird.
that happened.
Yeah,
We
but
talked about Jacksonville and New Orleans last week, so
already
let's hop
touched
right
on that one.
in to the backup bowl.
Yeah, wait,
Tyson
hold on.
Bagent.
We do owe an apology to Tyson Bagent. We called
We
him
do.
Tyler Bagent last week.
We owe a massive apology.
Shout out to Tyson Bagent. He 162 yards, but got the job done. Put up 30 points on a
Mhm.
Raiders team that didn't starting former Bears Brian Hoyer. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
ugly
Hoyer's
game.
I think he's 0-8 in his last 8 starts. You got to hang it
Yeah,
up at that point, man. That's rough.
nah. It's like, why are you hanging? Why are you sticking around? You're like 42. Like we
He's
talked about this
40
last
and
week.
he's never been a good quarterback in his NFL career. Great.
Those backup quarterback contracts pay
Clipboard
well,
holders,
man.
man.
Yep,
Clipboard
clipboard
holders.
holders, man. Charlie Whitehurst built a career on that, man. So,
Clipboard
clipboard
Jesus.
Jesus. Same with Chase Daniel. There's a lot of guys that made a
There's
lot of money,
many,
never
many,
being
many, many.
consistent. Chad Henne is another one.
I
So,
mean, the pipelines to head coach, because both Reich and Doug Peterson
Peterson,
were backups.
and Josh McCown on that
Kevin
path too.
O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell, it's another
Kevin
good
O'Connell
one.
was on
Cliff
hard
Kingsbury, Cliff
the one of
Kingsbury.
the best. Kevin O'Connell was on one of the best Hard Knocks. He was on the Jets Hard Knocks.
Really? I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
remember him on the page. He was on the Patriots, wasn't he? Am I tripping on that?
Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
No, he's on the Jets.
Well, I mean, I probably I believe he was on the Jets, but I mean, if you're a backup, you go to a bunch of different teams.
He got cut. Yeah, so
Kevin O'Connell. Let's see, what are all the teams he played for? Yeah, he was picked by the Patriots. He was Patriots draft pick, 3rd round pick. Man, trying to gaslight me over here, man. Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
Patriots.
the only
Lions.
experience I had with Kevin O'Connell as a player was in the Jets Hard Knocks.
There you go.
One of
Picked by
my 2 favorite seasons are probably the Jets one or the original Ravens one.
That's crazy. He was a 3rd round pick by the Patriots, and he didn't even make the roster the next season. Like he was picked
Wow.
3rd round 2008, did not make the roster in 2009. Wild stuff. Actually, when was he cut? Yeah, he was waived by the Patriots August 30th, 2009. Crazy stuff, man. He's 6'5". Imagine your head coach being 6'5". That
Wow.
would be kind of intimidating. But
I think Sean Lewis is 6'6".
Sean Lewis?
That's the Colorado OC.
Yeah.
I think he was a former lineman.
That makes sense. Jeez, that would be. No, yeah, let's see. Position. No, he's a kick returner and a tight end.
What?
That's a wild mix right there. Imagine being a tight end.
Kick returning tight end.
That's crazy, dude.
Where
Good
did he
on
play?
him, man.
Kent State?
D2.
I feel like if you're a tight end kick returner.
Where is no Wisconsin? So it's only 37. Man. Good for Sean Lewis, man.
He's probably going to be a head coach next year.
Yeah, probably. Man, took a big step down from. Yeah, he took a big step down from Kent State to being UC's OC, but
he actually he'd done enough. Big step down, not really, because Kent State's probably the worst FCS or FBS program. The only time they were
UMass.
No, they have won the MAC once, and you know who the head coach was?
Who's that?
Don James.
Really, I didn't know that.
Don James was the head coach the only time Kent State won a MAC title. They have never won a MAC title other than that one time.
They've been in it a few times though. They were in it a few years ago, I remember.
It's that place is just really hard to win. So it's like he was about to get the Cincy job, but then Scott Satterfield was available, so they chose him. And like, whoops, that was a bad choice.
Oh yeah, horrible
I was a
choice.
bad choice then because Sean Lewis is a really good coach, and I knew it when I was scouting Kent State before the UW Kent State game. I was like, this guy can run an offense. It's really fun. It's really neat RPO offense. It's not the same since Shadur's such a quick release guy. They've gone a bit more West Coast, and that's a market a good coach can adapt.
100%.
Kent State Sean Lewis runs a fun offense. He just has no linemen right now either, because I think 3 out of 5 of the Kent State or Colorado starters started at Kent State last year.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
Yikes. I remember that Kent State line against UW, man. That was ugly.
They're really big, but like they're not really good.
No, exactly. Exactly. There's only so much.
If they were that big and good, they wouldn't be playing at Kent State.
True. But
we went right back to college. We got to get
back to Vegas, Chicago. I mean, I don't know. There's not much to talk about. The Raiders suck. The Bears also suck, but they're screwing up their tank. But the nice thing is the Panthers are also tanking for them. So we'll see. We'll see if it ends up even mattering. Funny enough, and I was thinking about this, I feel like after they beat the Cowboys, a lot of people started to talk, like, slow down on the Cardinals getting the first pick. They're right back in it, man. They're the only one-loss team in the league.
They've been playing so well with such a bad record to show for it. I'd say
it'll be interesting. I think when Kyler comes back, it might be kind of interesting what they can do.
But a fun game though. The Browns Colts game was fun.
I can't believe the refs have now gifted the Browns 2 weeks in a row of calls. Like, what the hell are we doing? If it gets 3 in a row, you'll finally be on my side with this too this coming weekend. Gosh, man.
For such a vaunted defense, they gave up 38 to the Colts.
Oh no, they're getting marched up and down the field. And feel like if it weren't for, like, there's the insane Myles Garrett blocked.
Myles Garrett won them that game.
Myles Garrett's a freak. No one's shouting that, but like, man, Gardner Minshew put up 300 on your amazing defense. Like, all week, people are talking about this might be the best defense in NFL history statistically, and then Gardner Minshew put up 38 points and 305 yards on you. Like, what are we doing? So, Josh Downs, to
see what happens. Good player, like I said.
Josh Downs, 125 yards against, again, a vaunted Browns defense. Josh Downs is going to be fun
good.
when
he's a
really good back.
Player.
But yeah, I mean, the Colts continue to be a fun, feisty team, but they're not really stringing together wins right now. What does this drop them to? Are they 3-4? 3-4? Or 2? Yeah, 3-4. So, I mean, we
much better than we expected.
Yeah, we predicted them to have 3 wins on the season, so they're already in a much better spot in that regard. But should have beat the Browns. Other Browns topic, of course, is Deshaun Watson. Weird situation.
Really weird.
I mean, he's the highest paid cheerleader in the NFL right now. So
Orlovsky is right. Didn't he call him a trust fund kid?
Yeah, basically.
No reason to work.
And my favorite thing was the Brady Quinn tweet. Brady Quinn versus Quincy Avery. And Brady Quinn.
Oh, I think it was Brady Quinn who said it. Yeah,
and then it was. And then when then Quincy Avery, his trainer, called him out. And then Brady Quinn's tweet that was like, maybe we can massage this out and come to a happy ending. And I was like, yes, there we go. That's it. I love that.
Nailing him from half court, man.
Oh, absolutely. So, weird situation going on with Deshaun and the Browns. They're still winning even with freaking PJ Walker in there, though. So hasn't really hurt him yet. In fact, they're undefeated in PJ Walker starts. So there's that. They got killed in the DTR start, but yeah, well, I guess technically Deshaun started this game, so it's still not a PJ Walker start, but PJ played most of the game, so we'll see. Starting again in Seattle, hopefully they can break the streak.
We got this next one really wrong. Oof.
Oh yeah,
that was wrong. What the hell is going on with this Bills team?
Yeah, I mean, they won tonight, to be fair, but they almost didn't. We'll talk about that Hail Mary a little later, but man, Buffalo. there's
What
something
is
going
going
on there.
on
It's just they were
with
just horrible for almost the entire
mm-hmm.
first half of this game. First quarter, they were horrible. They got down 10-0 to a Patriots team that previous to this couldn't play offense. Like we're incapable physically of playing
You got to
offense
remember. Same thing happened 2 weeks ago with New York
with the Giants. Yeah, although the Giants didn't
against
put up
two
points.
awful, awful teams
Yep.
offensively. Awful teams.
Yep.
Like it might be time to start asking questions. They won tonight too, but it was close as well. Against, a
Mm-hmm.
hobbled Baker.
Mm-hmm.
No Vita
100%.
Vea.
No Vita
Uh,
Vea. Yeah.
I think it might be time to consider a change with you got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You got to be doing better than this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said this last week. They should really think about trading for Brian Dable, especially if that's what Josh wants.
Yeah. Yeah. If that's his guy, go get his guy. Yeah. And I think both of them. I think McDermott and Dable at this point right now could probably both use a little bit of a change of scenery.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll see.
I
We'll
think they
see,
could
man.
probably switch coaches and then Buffalo sends New York first probably.
Yeah, Buffalo doesn't get to the AFC Championship this year. I think you gotta consider making a change because that would be 4 straight years of backsliding, or 3 straight years of backsliding.
And you gotta get another receiver.
Mm.
They
Yeah,
they
Gabe
just
Davis. Gabe Davis had a touchdown tonight, but he just ain't it.
Gabe Davis is a 3. He's not a 2.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
He's way too inconsistent to be a 2.
Yep. They didn't even really try to make a play on Deep Hop after everyone was saying all offseason he wanted to go there. Allowed him to go
Yeah,
to Tennessee.
I don't think that would have been the bet. I guess jump ball guy, but I was thinking more of a true slot probably.
Bring back Cole Beasley. Him and Allen
Oh
had some good
gosh,
chemistry. Him and
they
Allen had good
did, they
chemistry.
did.
So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Khalil Shakur,
He's really good.
he's
I
good,
hope
but
if he can come
he ain't
along,
gonna be
he's
he
not
ain't
a
gonna
true
be
2. He's
yeah,
a 3 or a 4. He's a complimentary piece.
exactly. From a New England standpoint, congratulations. You guys still suck, but good job beating a team at home that you have historically dominated. So right to you there. Maybe winning your way out of the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. So good job, Mac Jones. Maybe
Imagine
saving your
Caleb
job.
playing for Belichick. Oh my God.
Oh, they would not get along well at all. That would be
No,
toxic. That would be
they would
toxic.
hate each other.
Mhm.
That would be
Um,
entertaining.
it would be entertaining. Moving on
Oh,
here to Washington, New York. We probably won't talk about this one too long because it's ugly.
ugh,
14-7.
garbage. And the amount of sacks in that game was pretty wild.
Yeah. Crazy, man. You know, this is the first ever win by a black quarterback for the Giants. Fun fact there.
Oh, oh, yikes! Have they
Yeah.
ever started a black quarterback before
They
Gino?
have, yeah, Gino. Gino is the first though.
He was
In
the
a
oh my
100+ years, Gino is
that's
the
oh
first.
my God.
It's not a great look. It's not a great look.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah. So on that note, though, I mean, congratulations to Tyrod Taylor for now being in the Giants history books, I suppose.
Good for him. I've always had a soft spot for him.
Yeah.
He never got a fair chance, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. Bottom of the NFC East here. So who I don't want to say who cares because their fans do, but at the same time, it's like this is not a game we'll be looking back on when the playoff picture starts to come together. So
Right,
but
you
congrats
see,
to the
was
Giants
it
for
this
getting
week
win
or
number 2.
last week the Jonathan Allen locker room
I
cussing
think
out?
it must have been this week because last week they beat the Falcons, so it must have been this
Yeah.
week.
Oof, man. And like there's word that Chase Young and Montez Sweat might get traded and not for that much.
And I saw for
Twos and
a
threes.
second or a third. Dude, I'd be jumping all over that if I was a contending team. You kidding me? So
Montez Sweat. I don't know about Chase Young. Chase Young.
yeah, Chase Young's got the injury concerns for sure.
Yeah.
But Sweat.
Sweat's really good.
Yeah.
Um,
And the fact that it's a division opponent means finally there's a team there's a trade that the Eagles won't be the ones to pull off.
oh my God.
But they're gonna get someone. They're gonna get one more guy, I bet. They're gonna get one more stud at the deadline, I bet. We'll see
Or they
though.
need someone. Do they even need anyone anywhere? Oh, they're gonna get Derrick Henry.
Quarterback. Well,
Imagine a tush push with Derrick Henry and Jalen Hurts.
dude, that'd be wild. That'd
Oh
be
my
wild. Sounds like
gosh.
everyone's saying Derrick Henry's going to the Ravens, which
Yeah, I saw that too, which that's a fit.
it makes sense. It makes
The
sense.
contrasting styles of Lamar and Derrick Henry on a read option. That's how you run a
Beautiful.
read. That's how you
Thunder and
run the
lightning
read
right there,
option right
baby.
there. That's
That's a
how you run the read
classic,
option.
classic thunder and lightning right there.
Didn't Derrick Henry play quarterback in high school?
I actually have no idea. He might have. He's got the size. Been the biggest guy on
It's
the
always
field.
that meme. Like imagine getting done with math class and having to go tackle Derrick Henry. You know, that's a classic meme.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what goes on at the deadline. I think it'll be a fun deadline, actually, which the NFL
Yeah,
deadline, it used to be so lame. In the past couple of years, it started to get kind of fun,
this
honestly.
one's gonna be real fun from what I've heard, the rumblings that I've heard and seen. Everyone's saying it's gonna be really fun. Now, is that just all talk? Is that stirring stuff up? Is that smoke? Is it trying to make it into a seller's market?
Mm-hmm. I guess
Wait,
we'll
no.
find
If
out.
wait, no, no, no. It would be, I don't know, make it into whatever market you want it to be. I don't know, but things should be interesting. I'm excited.
Bengals, please go get Kyle Pitts.
What about having an Irv Smith? What happened to Drew
He's
Sample?
he's cooked, man. Irvin Drew are cooked. Maybe I'd actually be down to go trade and get Hayden Hurst back if he was available. He won't be, but I'd be down for it. Speaking of Kyle Pitts, let's move on.
Nice.
He finally did some stuff for the Falcons this weekend. Went on the road to Tampa, and
Ray J.
they beat the at the time division leading, now no longer division leading Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Falcons are now in first place in the NFC South. Desmond Ritter, MVP. Yeah. Oh yeah. You win your
Oh
division.
gosh.
You win your division with losses to the freaking no, they beat the Packers. Who have they lost to? They lost to Washington at home, which
Yeah, that
that's
was
ugly.
bad. That was
Who are
ugly.
they losses to?
They play an ugly brand of football and didn't
Oh, they
beat
got
like one
smoked by the
character.
Lions. Oh yeah, they got smoked by the Lions and smoked by the Jags. So
Didn't
I mean,
Bijan only? Oh, that mustache is awful. Shave it.
nah, that's a cold take. The mustache is all he's got right now, man. That's a cold take. But yeah, Bijan only had like I think 3 carries, and it was because he had a headache or something, is what they said. It was weird, man. It was weird. I was not happy as a Bijan fantasy owner. I'll say that much. But yeah,
You gotta play.
weird usage of the running backs. Algier was not doing anything on the ground. Cordell Patterson, he's still good receiving back, but not much else.
Almost like they want to shut down the run. You're playing them
right
because you got because you got awful quarterback.
but they got Drake London and Kyle Pitts, man. They got receivers, honestly.
But yeah, big boy receivers.
Yeah, but they just
Really,
quarterback.
That's a model that probably worked 10 years ago. But let's see.
Why did they not go
How about
after
Yak?
Lamar? They should have gone after.
They should have
Lamar,
gone
man.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, that too.
Kyle Pitts, I get. Kyle Pitts, he was a very special prospect. Drake London, I never got being that receiver that they took, especially because they already had Pitts.
Hindsight's 2020.
I said, my favorite receiver that class was Olave. I would have taken Olave over both of them. I think Garrett Wilson is incredibly overrated just because he played in New York.
You've mentioned that. Garrett Wilson has some freaking fantastic plays, though.
I think Olave is an overall better receiver. Not shown it this year, though, but I don't think he's doing much favors with the quarterback play and the offensive scheme.
Is any NFC is the only NFC South team happy with their quarterback play right now? Tampa. Not against that.
I doubt they're even not looking at.
They're probably not happy. They're not stoked with it either. Probably, yeah. They're probably still thinking about an upgrade too. But I mean, the Panthers aren't thinking about an upgrade, but they've got
They're
absurdly
not happy
much.
where with Bryce is right now.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
One,
We'll see.
this is the one I got wrong right here.
Yeah.
Detroit at Baltimore. Baltimore taking him to the woodshed. Holy cow.
This was ridiculous. I mean, I picked Baltimore to win and cover, but
Didn't see
holy
this
crap,
coming.
did not see this. It was not
Holy
even.
cow.
It was sad almost. Obviously, I was rooting for the Lions, and it was sad. They just absolutely smoked them. It was embarrassing. If you're Detroit, like what the hell happened to your defense? Did they look like they didn't want to be out there for most of the game?
It
It
was
was ridiculous.
bad.
It was really bad. It's really bad. This is I mean, this is the type of loss that can set you back a few weeks if you let it. Now, Dan Campbell's a great coach. I don't think it will necessarily. I think he'll have him bouncing back. But man, on paper, these teams are not too different talent wise. That game ain't played on paper though.
Lions are a team that definitely struggles to play from behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they really do miss Montgomery not
Mm-hmm.
having that battering ram available.
It was, I mean, I don't even know what more is there to say about this game. It was just it was rough outing for Detroit. And they need to look themselves in the face and be like, hey, because like I said, that sort of stuff can spiral. Let's see what their upcoming schedule looks like here. From a Baltimore perspective, they're good. I refuse to say anything else. They're good. Okay. I mean, the Lions have holy crap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Those are some very winnable games.
Seven very, very winnable games coming up on the schedule. They could be 12-2, and like we're not even complaining. And then Vikings, that should be a win. Cowboys, and then another Vikings. Like they've got a cakewalk here for the next few weeks. So actually, not even the next few weeks, next half a season, honestly, is a cakewalk for the Lions. So they should be okay. They'll be okay. For Baltimore, there you go. That's kind of what you were hoping Todd Monken and that offense would be able to achieve. And defensively, I mean, shoot, that's the best they've looked all year by a pretty wide margin against again a really really good Lions offense. So give Baltimore their flowers.
It's
I don't like to.
It's tough to
but
play
they
there.
do.
That's an underratedly hard place to play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Except for division opponents, funny enough, but.
True.
Division games are always weird though, to be fair.
Mhm.
Moving on to another AFC North team that was gifted a win by the refs this week.
Steelers have never let me down in betting this year. That's another dub for me. Let's go.
They should have, man. Their offense looked it was so funny that for the first 3 quarters, their offense is putrid. Kenny Pickett looks like he can barely be an NFL quarterback. And then the fourth quarter, he turns it on. I feel like that's been a consistent trend with the Steelers team. Like if you don't put them away early, like if you do not take advantage of how horrible they are quarters 1 through 3, they're going to come back on you. They consistently will. They've consistently shown that they will. Yeah, I mean, again, the refs kind of. Now, I wouldn't say handed it to them because at the end of the day, I don't know if the Rams could have gone down and scored a touchdown on the Steelers defense. Bless you, but Steelers definitely.
Yeah, it's they got
one.
help. They got some help.
They got help. They got help.
That's not a team I'm picking against at this time. Still, I'm not. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. From a Rams perspective, man, defense in the fourth quarter was horrible. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know your corners are Kella Witherspoon and Darian Kendrick, but man, that was bad.
Kella Witherspoon's awful.
Yeah, he's horrible. Pass rush was not getting home. The only time it even got close to hitting Pickett, I think it was Donald, and he got flagged for roughing the passer. So yeah, Steelers go into LA and they go cross country and they win. So speaking of the NFC West, we got my hometown team going up to your hometown team, my former hometown
Yeah.
team as well. We got the Arizona Cardinals in Josh Dobbs, probably last to ever start as a Cardinal, going up to Seattle. I mean, you watched this game a little closer than I did. What were your takeaways?
Defense is really good.
Mhm.
Although against bad Cardinals team, but defense plays, man. Witherspoon folded a dude. He folded
I
Rondale
saw
Moore.
that.
That's
I saw
that's not
that.
a
That was
hard guy to
wild.
fold. He got a sack and a pick called back too for roughing the passer, I think, or
Mhm.
not. One was roughing the passer, the other was like a real ticky tack illegal contact. Um, Spoon's great. The pass rush is much better, much improved. Um, the defense is solid, but the offense is sloppy. It's Gino's
Mhm.
not the answer. He's looked, he threw a bad red zone pick. We just can't get much rhythm going, which is what's really frustrating. I think we should be feeding Walker more. I think Charbonnet was out, but I think we need to lean on the running game a little bit more, especially with Gino not performing too well. Jake Bobo had an insane touchdown catch
I
that
did
I
see
think was
that.
good. I think it was good. People were like mad and saying it wasn't good. I think it was good. Um, I want to see better play from the offense. I'm still really worried about that. Really worried. But defense did its job. A
Mhm.
couple fourth down stops too, Uh a win's a win. And this Cardinals team has shown itself to be quite pesky. So I'll take it.
Mhm. 100%. 100%. Yeah. I mean, it's never, I mean, division games will never be easy at the end of the day. So, a lot of times it's say what you can get. And yeah, it's exactly what the Seahawks did. They did their job in this one, won a home game against the pesky, like you said, a pesky division opponent. So move on here. Packers Denver. I do have a note from regular contributor to the
He's
pod, but
he's
out
not
this
here
week,
today.
Daniel Lisenby. He said the Packers suck. Actually, let me just say let me quote him on this one. Let me quote him directly. Um, Packers suck ass. There you go. Sorry, left out that
Let's
last
go.
word there. Packers suck ass.
And
According
so do the
to
Broncos,
and
honestly.
so do
But
the
that is
Broncos.
another win for me right there. That was one I got lucky on.
Yeah,
Betting for the Broncos and the Steelers has been very successful for me against the spread, surprisingly. But it's because I pick my battles.
is that
Vibes only.
Denver's second win? Yeah, their second win. They're 2-5. The other one was against the Bears. That's right. I remember now.
I
Um,
forget which one. I picked them to cover into another one and they did or something. I forget what happened.
yeah,
But
but yeah, two bad football teams going head to head, and the home team won, I guess, which
they had a
is
score that looks like a score that a bad football teams would have.
1917. That does feel like a bad football team score. Yeah, I don't know if there's really much to say. Both these teams suck. Where are the Packers 2-5 now too, or are they 3-4? Or they have a yeah, they're 2-4. They're 2-4. So, um, yeah, well, not much to add. Funny thing, two historic franchises, both on hard times right now, both with lots of questions,
Hmm.
especially at the
Oh
head coach
shoot. I didn't
position.
know that I went how long ago did I cover myself up? My bad.
Oh, it's only been like 10 seconds. You're good.
Okay, good. I must have misclicked something.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, is Russ the problem is still the biggest question out there.
Yeah. I mean, he only threw 194 yards today. What was his total stat line in this game? Actually, let's do a little research here. Um, 20 for 29, so completed over 2/3 of his passes for but only 194 yards and a touch. Like not horrible, but not great either. Nothing
They're
that
not
will
letting him
come
cook, not letting him throw deep.
definitely not letting him cook. Moving on here.
Big
Chargers
letdown
Chiefs.
game.
Big
Big
letdown
letdown
game.
game.
This game was looking like it was going to be really good. It was like
I know until the end of
17-17
the
at
until the
halftime
end of that. Yeah.
or almost halftime before the Chiefs scored. Yeah.
Yep. They couldn't stop him before half. That's definitely where they lost the game.
Mhm.
They got, Herbert's a star and they're not letting him be a star.
No. Yeah, I mean
Teams let him down.
everyone's talking about how Kellen Moore was gonna turn around the Chargers, and they're going to be amazing. And hey, I mean, offensively, let's see. They got their ranks here. I mean, yeah. What? Oh no, those aren't the ranks. They're 1,500 yards in 7 games, 6 games. I mean, that's not bad yards per game average. They're 1,600 yards in 6 games. Keenan Allen's feasting, having a big year. But they're 2-4. Not gonna win. Just and looking. I mean,
I'm really interested in who's going to get fired first because I feel like it's coming.
Yeah, and I mean, with their upcoming schedule, I mean, they could very easily get back to 4-4 here with these next 2 games. But after that, it's like win,
that
loss,
prime time, huh?
win. Yeah, they got some winnable games down the stretch. Yeah,
6:15. What is that? Has your time changed or something?
It changes on November 5th. Because I'm on Pacific time till November 5th, and then Mountain time. Oh yeah, but because the rest of the country does
everyone
change,
else does.
Really, it becomes like I'm on Pacific time for 8 months a year, and then Mountain time for 4 months a year. It's a little bit weird.
Gotta get rid of that bullshit.
I just get rid of it for everyone, honestly.
I know, I agree. No, that's what I'm talking about.
So
no, you guys do it right.
Yeah, we do it right, but then it gets confusing because everyone else does it wrong. So it's like but yeah. So yeah, game started 11. My famous I love 10 a.m. games will no longer be relevant.
Oh, that sucks. Games. No.
That's okay. 11 it's not too bad either. But speaking, I mean
10 a.m. games.
Chiefs,
West Coast football watching is the best way to watch football. We've talked about this many times.
Oh yeah. And the Hawaii test, I mean, the Hawaii test is still a test because those games usually end after midnight. But I mean, on the East Coast, those are ending after 3.
I have a confession to make.
What's that?
I have yet 2 Hawaii tests this year.
I did it. I haven't done it yet this year. I did it a few times last year.
When
you're a bachelor, Hawaii test. When you're a bachelor living on your own, it's a little bit easier to do the Hawaii test because it's like, shoot, there ain't nothing else I'm doing Saturday night, I guess. So. There you go.
Yeah, no, I'm back with family, so it's a bit harder because they all go to bed early as hell. So that makes me sleepy.
Exactly.
But Chiefs roll.
Chiefs roll.
They do what winning teams do. They win.
At home. Speaking of the other team in the Super Bowl, actually, funny enough, won by the exact same score, 31-17. Eagles rolled over the Dolphins. I mean, they didn't really roll. This game was definitely closer than the final score.
The Kelly Green jersey.
Kelly Green jerseys look very good. Make them the primaries. Make them primaries.
Yes, I agree. It looks better. It looks better than their navy. Like the best way I describe it, I call it navy green because it's
navy green. Yeah.
Navy blue feels like. The Eagles keeping their jerseys is like the Seahawks keeping their 2000 jersey. They're the same mold. What I would do, the one thing about the Kelly Greens that I don't like the gray. I'd probably make it white instead of just gray. It's like the face masks. And what else? And like the wings on the helmet. What I do is I probably keep a pretty similar wing design. Those white wings.
I like the wing design of the current helmet. Yeah, put the current wing design on the Kelly Green jerseys.
Agreed.
And don't get me wrong, I love that. I love the throwback logo, but it's a little too busy for the modern era.
I like it. I like it.
It's too busy for modern football, man. Too busy, but it looks good.
It would work so much better in college.
Oh, and yeah, for sure. It would. I mean, it looked good on any throwback design, honestly, which it's used for, so it makes sense. So,
but Miami fraud alert, maybe.
Potentially. I mean, we were talking about it. I mean, it's like they've only beat bad teams, really.
But they did lose to really good teams, though. So
that's also true. Yeah, there are only 2 losses for the Bills and Eagles. Granted, they got. I mean, if you look at the final score,
I'm so excited to see that Chiefs game. I'm really excited. I'm going to be waking up at 6 for that. Shit.
6:30 your time. Yeah, that's after the day of the time zone change. That's the day of the time zone change.
Oh, do I get some help or do I get some pain?
No, you are actually fall back. What would that mean? So it fall back, which means it will feel like it's
We gain an hour. Yeah, so I get.
yeah,
I
you
get
gain
help.
an
I
hour,
get
so
help.
it'll be a little nicer. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I'll accept it. I'll accept that.
yeah, it'll feel like it's 7:30, but it will actually be 6:30.
Hmm.
So that's good.
I accept it.
Gosh, that's gonna be a fun game. Man, we gave Germany a freaking dime with that one, honestly. Gave a bunch of crappy games to London. Actually, the Bills Jags was a pretty good game, but other than that, gave a bunch of crappy games to London. But then
Well, we used to always give London crap, especially because it was always the Jags.
yeah, it was always the Jags, yeah. And it still always is the Jags, to be quite frank. But now we're giving them other crap too. Like Ravens Titans. But yes. Speaking on yeah, like we talked about, maybe Miami's on fraud alert. I mean, the funny thing is it's like their wins that, like you said, wins have not been against good teams, but their losses have also been against really good teams. So it's like, where do we stand here? Like, so it's interesting. It's interesting. We'll have to see them against like I mean, just looking at their upcoming schedule here.
I think McDaniel really elevates them
Oh, he definitely does. I mean, Chiefs, there you go. That's a big test.
because their backfields never show themselves to be an amazing backfield outside
Yeah.
of that system. Their O line is, if you look at them from a just like talent perspective, patchwork.
That Brown or that Ravens game on New Year's Eve is going to be a big test. I mean, these last three games. I mean, even if you want to include the Jets, even because even though they're not great, they're feisty. Those last four games are going to be a challenge there for Miami.
I agree.
However, I also think you could also make a very strong argument they're better than all those teams, which I probably would. But let's see it. Let's see it, because these are all teams that other than Jets, I'd probably consider all these teams in like the same tier as Miami. Let's see you do it, guys, because right now you're beating up on the bad competition and getting owned by the good competition. Granted, that's also a month and a half away.
It's tough, but
or 2 months away.
It's hard to tell because those are just such good teams.
Doesn't get easier when you play Kansas City, and won't get easier once you get to the playoffs. That's for sure. So, last matchup of the weekend here, though, San Francisco going to Minnesota, and prime time Kirk beating the Niners. Niners team that didn't have Trent Williams or Deebo Samuel, of course, but they did. Did what they had to do. They won this football game. Vikings kind of kept.
I wish I saw that one coming. I enjoyed it.
They're 2-0 since Jefferson got
crazy.
hurt. Actually,
that's crazy.
Who would have thought?
I would have never seen that coming.
Yeah, they're. I mean, there are issues here. Obviously, Jordan Addison, though, man, what a game!
He looks great.
He
yeah,
looks good.
That was
very
fun.
good as a 2 for Jefferson right now. Kirk throwing for almost 400 yards on this Niners secondary, like
the apple of Kyle Shanahan's eye coming to get him.
Especially with Purdy hurt, he's like, man, are you sure you don't want to waive that no trade clause? Are you sure? Yeah, we'll see. And obviously, the big news that came out yesterday: Brock Purdy in concussion protocol
from the tush push.
Yep, from the tush push.
That's what's finally going to get it banned. It feels like
potentially. Yeah, potentially. I feel like that's such a dangerous play for like the centers and nose tackles because their heads.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been saying. They got to have their heads above their hip line. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So San Francisco now on a 2-game losing streak, and if they lose this weekend and the Seahawks
they're tied.
Actually, no, they're not even tied because San Francisco's 5-3 and Seattle's 5-2. They'd be behind them.
Yeah,
I
don't mind that at all.
And I wouldn't mind it at all either, because you know who the Niners play?
Who?
Cincinnati
the Bengals?
Bengals.
Yeah.
That's right. And I would appreciate the Seahawks doing us a favor too by beating the Browns. So
all right, we'll pay it back. Yeah. We got a little
love
on both sides.
Love on both sides. Yeah. So but that's it. I mean, again, that's it for a week. What was it, 7? Jeez, man, this season's going by way too fast. Not a whole lot of games, not as many games this week, only 13 with 6 teams on by, but there's some fun games in there.
Yeah, I think it was a fun week. I liked it.
some games that came down to the wire. That Buffalo, New England won. Cleveland, Indy. San Francisco, Minnesota was a fun one. Yeah. What were you sorry going to say something?
No, it was a fun week in my opinion for the slate, especially for the amount of teams that were on bye. I enjoyed it. I caught some fun games.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the San Francisco Minnesota game because it was so physical on both
Mm-hmm.
sides. It was just a slugfest. I guess you got to do that to beat the Niners. You got to be physical to be a physical team.
Definitely. So moving on to week 8 here, though. Unfortunately, don't have Daniel in the house, but he did give us his prediction for the Lions game. So, and I don't think we're going to disagree on it. But starting with the game that just finished up, did not predict it on Tuesday's pod, so that's a mistake. But we talked before. We both would have picked the Bucks with the points, so we both would have gotten it right here. 9.5 points felt like too big of a spread for a Bills team that's been kind of shaky recently.
And
they
we're
did
both
win.
quite high on the Bucks though as well.
Yeah, and they did win. They did win, but again by 6, so less than 9.5, obviously. Man, that was so close, man. That Hail Mary was. If Godwin had turned around a half second later, he probably earlier he makes a play on that football and he'd catch a touchdown. I've never seen a Hail Mary just kind of drop like that. It was so weird.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. But yeah, I mean, Bills win, but not comfortably again. Allen has another ugly turnover, which wasn't really his fault. That was more
That
Antoine
one wasn't
Winfield
his
making
fault.
a great play.
Just Antoine Winfield being a really good player.
Yeah.
Suspect at best.
Mm-hmm. And even if, as I was saying, like, hey, we're high on the Bucks, like the Bills should be definitely in a tier above the Bucks. And I mean, yeah, they were ahead 14 and for most of the fourth quarter, but it never really felt like they were running away with this game either. Like there are many opportunities for them to go up 17 or 21, and they never really did. They never made a 3-possession game, and Bucks almost came back and were Chris Godwin adjusting to the ball a half second too late play away from winning this football game. So
that one was wild, man.
Yeah. And that's not me putting that on Chris Godwin, by the way, either. That would have been a freaking insane play if he does pull it off.
Yeah.
Man, it was that close.
The whole timing of that Hail Mary was weird, especially because Baker had to scramble quite a bit.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, Von Miller jumping off sides almost cost them.
It did.
And definitely in a situation that he did not need to jump off sides.
Oh, no, absolutely not. He was just trying to get a free jump on it, but I guess he was probably thinking like, hey,
it was
like,
Hail Mary situation though. It's like I don't know. It was a poor tactical choice in my opinion.
I agree. But again, didn't end up coming back to hurt.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
Even though it easily could have. Moving on here to the actual picks now. So we got Rams going to the Cowboys. Cowboys coming off a bye. Rams coming off a heartbreaker loss to the Steelers. Cowboys favored by 6 points here. It's an NFC game. So I'll let you take it away, Mr. Jokin.
This is a tough one. Man, 6 points. Rams are a little suspect, but I don't know how the Cowboys just feel weird right now. They are coming off a bye though. So since they're coming off a bye, Rams off a tough loss. Give me the Cowboys.
I think I agree. I'm really on the fence with it, though.
This is a tough one. 6 points is fun.
How did the Cowboys won by more than 6? I mean, no, actually, that's a lie. They won quite a few blowouts in there. Yeah, their win other than the Chargers game, their wins are blowouts, but their losses are also blowouts. Shoot, the Rams are better than any team they've beaten, I think. But they are coming off the bye, and the Rams coming out close loss. Yeah, I say the Cowboys maybe do like a little backdoor cover here, win by 6.
Rams are definitely banged up a little bit from a tough physical game.
True. So maybe I think Cowboys maybe are up 3 and then score like a late touchdown to kind of seal it.
Okay, I like that.
I'm going Cowboys minus 6 as well. I agree.
Ooh, we got to pick them.
We gotta pick them. Vikings going to Green Bay. Like I said, Vikings 2-0 since Jetta's left, and And Packers have been stone cold right now, recently. Ice cold, I guess, recently. So another NFC game, so I'll let you take it away.
This is an interesting one to me. And here's why I think I'm gonna favor the Packers is because I think about I'm gonna say it in terms of physicality, not I wouldn't say overall ability, but in terms of physicality, I'd put that Niners D up there with the most physical defense since the LOB.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. Jags, Saxonville wasn't super physical at that level, as I think. Um, and one of the biggest things that after playing the Seahawks, no matter what, you're at the peak of the LB era, no matter what the outcome was, if you win or lost, the next week is pretty rough because they were beat to hell up. That's a Monday night game as well. So give me the Packers on a pick 'em.
I like it. I like it. I'm actually going to disagree. First disagreement of the week. Vikings, I think they're playing good football right now. Funny enough, I mean, I know we've talked about, hey, Jefferson goes out, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, the Vikings are cooked. They won 2 in a row. And one of them was against a good Niners team. You're right. It is a
Mm-hmm.
short week against a physical team, and that definitely does give me some concerns. But this Packers team looks bad right now. I know Daniel would agree
Mm-hmm.
with me if he was here. So give me the Vikings to win in a pick 'em.
Mm.
There we go. Falcons going to Tennessee. Falcons dropping 2.5 points here. Titans the
Ugh,
underdog.
I would
Um
not touch this.
they just gave up on Kevin Byard. Sounds like there might be more guys on the way at the deadline. However, the deadline is next
Hmm.
Tuesday, not this Tuesday. So maybe this is Derrick Henry's last game as a Titan for all we know. We shall see. But with the Titans being the home team here, I'm going to go with the Titans. They're getting 2.5 points. The Falcons have struggled at home, and the Titans do still play a very strong physical brand, I should say, of football. It's not easy. I'm really just taking the Titans with the points. I would not be surprised if the Falcons win this on like a walk-off field goal or
I wonder
something.
if
But
this is Smith's first time playing the Titans since leaving. That's
since
an
he got
interesting one.
hired, I
Hmm.
want to say it
I think so.
is. Let me think, because he got hired. His first year there was 2021. That's
Hmm.
2023. Yeah, I think it would be. Unless the only year they could have played was 2021 in the let's see. So Atlanta, let me do a quick fact check on that. Yeah, Titans, and then seven Titans beat the Falcons 2019. Yeah, they haven't played since 2019. So
Wow.
there you go. Smith and the Smith and how am I blanking on his name? Vrabel, the Smith and
Vrabel.
Vrabel
Touchdown Vrabel.
reunion game. So there you go.
I want to touch this game with a 10-foot pole. I'm gonna go Titans as well. I like that stat. 5-0 off against the spread under after a bye. I like that a lot.
Mhm.
So giving some points at home, two physical teams. I think that's gonna be a close game. So give me
Oh
them.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Speaking of the of
Oh
two
God.
Southern teams once again playing.
Southern.
Well, because they're AFC South.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, two Southern Division teams. How about I'll throw division in there just to
Okay, I'll take it.
clarify. So two Southern Division teams in the Saints going to the Colts. Saints favored by 1 point. Um,
Wow.
I'm picking first with the Colts being the home team. Give me the Colts, man. Are you kidding me? They're playing way, way,
Hmm.
way better football right now. Saints are Saints are a joke. They're a train wreck. Chris Olave is getting arrested now. It's all sorts of bad stuff going on. So yeah, give me the Colts. Getting a point too. That's just cherry on top of the Sunday, man.
Hmm. Um, I take the Colts all day as well. You know me. I like the Colts this year. Giving them points at home, especially after their performance last week against a much better defense.
Mhm.
Uh, Give me the Colts there. I love it.
There you go. Patriots. Man, I'm on a hot streak with my picks here. Patriots going to Miami. Miami getting or dropping 9 points to Bill Belichick and his squad. Belichick coming off a big division win. But it was at home. against a team he has historically owned. Dolphins he's historically struggled with, especially in South Beach. That's why I'm taking the Dolphins -9 here. I think this game they won by 7 when this game was in Foxborough back in September. I think 3-point difference here, not too much of a difference. I think Patriots probably fall back down to earth a little bit here this week as well. And I know I'm the one who always says 9 points is too much for a division game, but nah, not this time.
I agree. Dolphins are just so much better schemed on offense than Patriots that I don't think they'll be able to keep up.
100%. 100%. How did the Patriots offense get worse when they went from Matt Patricia to Bill O'Brien? How does that happen? BOB, you're supposed to fix everything, man. Here we go. The Battle of New York. The Jets. The Giants. 2 teams that are certainly playing football this year. That's about all we can say about them.
Well, this is a home game, right?
Yep. Both teams. I bet they're basically home game. I mean, it's listed as a Giants home game, but so they're both playing at home. It'll be a fun one.
I feel like this Jets defense could keep the Giants scoreless. They're that bad. Give me the Jets with the points. That's just bad Giants team. Tyrod Taylor, let's go.
I agree. I mean, shoot, man. Last week, I mean, we're congrats to the Giants finally getting back in the win column. They still only scored 14 points against the commies, man. Jets will. I would not be surprised at all if the Jets shut them out here. So, yep, give me the Jets to win by more than 3.
If they shut them out, all they need is like they could, you could get a field goal and a safety to cover, but also just 1 touchdown. You don't even have to make that extra point either.
True. Moving on here, Jacksonville at Pittsburgh. This is a fun one here. Jacksonville at Pittsburgh. Jacksonville dropping 2.5 points, going on the road.
Ooh,
Jacksonville,
that's gonna be fun.
A little bit of a hot streak right now. I know that a lot of people were doubting them at 1 and 2, and they haven't lost since 4 in a row. Now, granted, those wins were against Bills, not a bad loss there or a bad win there at all, but other wins were Falcons, Colts, and Saints. Not exactly a murderer's row, but neither are the Steelers. I guess we'll see. Now, I am a big time Steelers hater. Just want to make that clear. But Jacksonville, there's still something off about this Jags team. I don't really know how to explain it.
I completely agree.
Their defense will be able to suffocate this offense. I'm gonna go with the Steelers with the points here.
I agree because Steelers have not done me wrong.
Except the only I was kind of hoping you'd pick against them actually, because you've gotten every Steelers game right. The ones you predicted they'd win and the ones you predicted they lose. I kind of wish you would have predicted they lose here, but that's okay.
They're not losing. They just need to cover 2.5, baby.
It's true. Who's your pick 'em? Call it?
Give me the Jags.
Let's go. Okay, we'll take that. But both taking Steelers plus 2.5 there. It sounds like.
I'm excited to see TJ Watt versus Trevor Lawrence. That's some star power right there.
100%. Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles going to city of DC. I was gonna say the city of brotherly love. No, they are the city of brotherly love. They're getting 6, or the commies are getting 6.5 points. This is a very, very close game. Just a few short weeks ago. Very close game that I chickened out and ended up picking the Eagles and I got burned on it.
Well, I think it was a 10-point spread though.
It was a 10-point spread. It's a little closer this time around, but go ahead. I'll let you start because it is NFC.
With how dog shit they looked last week, give me the Eagles for a touchdown. You just need a touchdown to cover this one. Commanders look really bad last week. Hope I don't get burned by this one again. Are you going to get burned by it again? We'll see.
Commanders playing really bad right now. I'll go with the Eagles just because I don't.
Oh, you're gonna regret it.
I will regret it. But they're playing bad football right now. So We'll move on here. Houston at Carolina. Houston dropping 3 points on the road. The battle of the first and second and third overall picks. Second and third teaming up against number one. Panthers are the last winless team in the NFL, which isn't a great look when you have the first overall pick, to be quite honest with you. But guess you weren't a good football team last year. Don't necessarily expect a super fast turnaround, but still not great. Still not great. To put it lightly. But yeah, anyways, Carolina at home. Who you got, Mr. Rob?
I love the Texans here. 3 points seems way too low. This Panthers team is quite bad. Texans -3, cash it, take that to the bank.
I like it. I agree. Yeah, Texans just are a much better football team than the Panthers this year.
I don't think I would have expected to say that preseason.
Me neither, man. I was thinking sneaky Panthers could win the NFC South. I was dead wrong
with
about
that defense, man. I wonder if
I was
they're
dead wrong.
regretting not taking CJ.
Maybe.
There is theories that the owner wanted Bryce and the coaches wanted CJ.
I have seen those rumors. I have seen those. Like I said, maybe. Cleveland going to your Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh, this one's mine. 3.5.
Seahawks.
Interesting.
Fever by 3.5.
I'd bet that under. That's for sure. PJ Walker's pretty bad. Seahawks offense has not shown itself to be that good either. That's crazy to me how favored the Seahawks are. Give me my boys 3.5. I'm taking them just because they're my boys. And they're wearing throwbacks. So that's
True.
good for at least 3.5. That's good for 4.
It's good for 4. I love it, man. I love it. I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. I do think the Seahawks will win this football game. But 3.5 in a game where I don't necessarily expect either team to get to 20. I'm gonna pick the Browns to cover here plus 3.5.
All right.
Opened as Seahawks -1.5. I would have jumped all over that.
Oh yeah, I would have taken that. Only -7. Whew.
Yeah. So going to Denver, where the Chiefs and Broncos play for the second time in 3 weeks. Kind of crazy scheduling quirk there. But Chiefs favored by 7 points on the road. Yeah.
Wait, did they play? Yeah, they played just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they played Thursday Night Football like
that.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks since tonight.
So,
2 weeks.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, they literally.
That's crazy, man.
So, yeah, give me the Chiefs in this one. And again, Broncos are a bad football team. Even with the win last week, the Broncos are bad. Chiefs are good. Maybe Taylor will be there. Who freaking knows at this point? It doesn't matter. I'm so sick of that storyline. Anyways,
they should. Hey, Russ got Ciara.
That's true. But yeah, maybe they'll hang out in like a booth.
That'd be pretty fun. That's star power.
That's star power.
It's
but
different
yeah,
kind of star power.
Different kind of star power than what we were talking about with TJ Watt and Trevor Lawrence. That's for sure. But yeah, give me the Chiefs -7, I guess.
I gotta agree there. Broncos are bad. Broncos are really bad.
Here we go. Baltimore coming to town, coming to the desert to take on the Kyler Murray-led Arizona Cardinals. He might be back. He practiced in full today.
Ooh. That's exciting. I hope to see him back. I've always liked Kyler a lot.
Ravens -8.5 here. Going to the desert on the road. I might regret this, but give me the Cardinals to cover. To cover. Oh wait, sorry, it's an NFC game. Sorry, you should have started. My bad. I accept.
It's your home. It's your home game. So
true.
It's okay.
I'll take. Yeah, give me the Cardinals to cover here. I think Ravens have a little bit of a letdown after last week. Not like a loss level letdown, but the Cardinals just hang with it a little bit more than people kind of think they will. I think Kyler probably sparks the offense a little bit more. Again, the Ravens will win, but 8.5 just seems like a lot.
8.5 is a lot. but if you're bringing in a QB right off the bench against a Ravens defense, I think that he might be seeing some ghosts. I like the Ravens offense. I've been high on them all year. Give me the Ravens with 8.5. That's a lot, but I'm trusting.
There you go. There you go. Here we are.
You want to take this one, or you want me to have this one?
Let's stick to tradition. Let's have you lead
All
this one
right.
because it is NFC.
Let's see. We got your boys going east to west to play the Niners.
They're used to that 425 time slot though, because pretty much every Chiefs game they've ever played is in that 425 slot.
That's true. That's a good point. This is a tough one. This is a real tough pick. I think it's pretty balanced line. I'm gonna take Niners to cover or Niners to cover. Sorry, bud, but
that's
coming off a loss like that, that's tough, man.
That's
so
all
like
right.
2 straight losses.
It would be 3 straight losses if they lose this one.
2 straight losses.
They will.
You're taking them? Take them.
I'm taking my boys, man.
Yeah.
I might regret it. I in fact, if I was being really smart, I would take the Niners. The reason I'm not is not just because I'm biased. I am, but also the Niners minus Debo, minus Trent Williams. Sounds like they'll probably be minus Brock Purdy too. Bengals coming off a bye.
Oh shit.
And the Niners coming off a short week.
I'm in trouble. I'm in danger.
Now, granted, again, I think the Niners are a better football team. So, and they're much better coached. So I still would not be surprised at all if the Niners do win this game and make me look like an idiot. But I'm going to take the Bengals to win straight up. And, the points are just a little cherry on top.
I like it. Vibes only, and that's a real good rationale. That's a lot much more than vibes. That's actual rationale. This is a Monday night game, a Sunday night game. Oh,
yeah, it is. How did this not get flexed out? I know. So the Bengals Niners game was protected by CBS. I know that. What game did Fox protect? Probably. I guess we can't see the things, but how was like Brown Seahawks not flexed?
Yeah.
How was Jags Steelers not flexed? There's so many better games.
Speaking of primetime and Seahawks, though, got announced today that the Seahawks will be wearing their throwbacks for a second game at Dallas.
Wow.
On primetime. They listened to the people. They gave the people what we wanted. So that's really fun.
That's good. That is good. Yeah, they look too good to only have once, I think, but still,
my one complaint, I would have liked some chrome silver rather than. I know that's what they still look like, but I think if it was some shine, it doesn't have to be chrome. It doesn't have to be Oregon Duck chrome, but a little bit of shine, a little shinier. On the road because we'd be wearing blue anyways because it's at Dallas.
True. You couldn't have done like the Eagles game in week 15. The Steelers game in week 7. Oh, the Steelers in week 17 would be perfect. I won't complain.
I know.
We get to see them again.
I know. I would have loved to see it against the Steelers. I wish we were playing AFC West to do it against like a AFC West throwback game. This is yours, I believe.
Correct. Yes. So Bears going to the Chargers. Call me freaking crazy, loony, mad. I'm going to take the Bears plus 8.5. I'm sorry. The Chargers, I don't think are capable of winning by 8.5 right now. The Chargers are going to win this football game, but probably by like 6. The Chargers are weird, man. They don't blow out teams. Even the games they win, they don't win in blowouts. Like their wins are what? Barely beating the Vikings and barely beating the Raiders. Vikings was on the road, but yeah, the Bears are bad. Don't get me wrong. But I don't even think the Chargers are capable of blowing out a team. So that's why I'm taking the Bears plus 8.5.
I think they will not barely beat the Bears. I think give me the Chargers 8.5. I believe Bears suck. Tyson Bagent's turning back into the pumpkin.
Fair.
Is there no Monday night game?
No, there definitely is. Where's the Monday night game here? What happened?
What's going on?
It's the Lions Raiders game. Where's the Lions Raiders game? Hold on.
Well, I don't think we're gonna have to. Do we have to see the spread? Because
there we go. Okay, I don't know why I was. Oh wait, that's not even it. What the heck? Where's the Lions Raiders here? ESPN, what did you guys do to your website? Oh wait, yeah, week 8 betting lines. Here we go. So weird. Okay, so what we're gonna do here for the line, let's go to NFL daily lines with odds spread. We'll go here instead for the spread. Okay, lines
Can I
minus 8.
say
Daniel said that he's taking them to win comfortably. I'd consider 8 comfortable, so I'll say line. Daniel's picking lines to win by 8. But you're up as far as first pick goes.
Yeah, Raiders are trash. They lost to Tyson Bagent. They had Tyson Bagent put 30 on them. They couldn't cover 8 points against Tyson Bagent. Give me the Lions minus 8.
I agree 100%.
We got a fun slate of agreements and disagreements this week.
Yeah, so how many disagreements
We got
did we
5.
have?
We got
5. Wow,
yeah.
this could either bury me or turn around and I'm right back on top. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm at +2 right now, I believe. So I got the Packers, you got the Vikings. I got the Seahawks, you got the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about -3.5. Packers, Vikings was a pick 'em.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Ravens, you got the Cardinals. That was 8.5. That was a lot, but I believe I got the Niners -3.5. You got Cincy. And
Chargers
Bears, of course.
I feel like I'm always the one picking the underdogs, honestly, with the points. But actually, no, I feel like I feel like
we switch. I feel like we switch
on that.
around.
I picked a lot of I think I picked all my all the disagreements this week, other than the pick 'em, was me picking the underdog.
Wow. Yeah. I like points, but I like these ones better.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, there you go. That's NFL Week 8. After this week, no, technically, since it's 18 weeks now, we have to get through Week 9 before we can say we're halfway done with the year. And thank God for that, because I do not want football to be halfway over, man. It feels like it just started.
I know.
But there we go. It's even scarier because the NFL or college football is done in what, 5 weeks? Or the regular season's done in 5 weeks. Yeah, there's 5 more games. Yeah, 5 more games in the college football regular season.
That's gone way too quick, man. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's been a fun one. Beat the Nerds this weekend, please. Do it handily.
Last game in the library until we probably inevitably play them in conference.
Oh yeah, I'd much rather. Would you rather play non-conference Cal or Stanford?
Stanford, because we're cursed against Cal. Honestly, we're kind of cursed against Stanford too, though.
But at the farm, we're cursed at Hussey Stadium. But I think that curse got broken by John Don.
But we beat him. We beat him at the farm. Stanford. Yeah,
under crazy. John Don, exactly. That's why I said he broke the curse.
Yeah.
Beat the Nerds. If one of us beats the Nerds, we all beat the Nerds. One of us click like, all of us click like. One of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a fun weekend of some NFL.